Palantir real quick. As you know, I've been talking about Palantir for a very long time. It really seems like 2 years ago. The monthly chart has just been forming higher lows and higher highs. It's forming these bull flag with just 2 months, and then every earning it just keeps on pushing up and up and up. And the momentum seems to be increasing in terms of the buying volume after that. The selling volume has been declining. Right now, we're just simply getting rejected because there's a lot of price history over here for about a whole year from 2020 to 2021. And we're getting some rejection over here. That's understandable. But it really depends what the earnings shows. And also, there's also a trend where Wall Street doesn't really care about earnings. Sometimes it just wants to do what it wants to do. But for Palantir, I think it might be a little bit different because it's building up a lot of bullish energy in terms of buying volume being very high, selling volume being very low. And you're basically forming these inside candles over here, which basically favors bullish continuation. Right now you have another, not technically it's not inside candle over this one, but it's a very, very similar concept as the last one. I think you're getting pretty close to a potential breakout of this zone right here, but depends on earnings reaction because you are looking at a very strong resistance level over here, a very strong volume shelf over here. I keep saying that I think Palantir look like MicroStrategy. I think we might be somewhere over here because MicroStrategy also spent about a whole year right around this range, formed a big giant volume shelf over here. And it didn't take too long for it to kind of push up. But can you imagine if you bought over here 700 and price drop all the way down to 400, you have a bearish engulfing candle, you're going to freak out, I don't think the same thing's happening with Palantir, but also because it's funny thing is it's not as volatile as MicroStrategy. So I'm not sure whether or not you're going to have the reward that comes with a lack of, downside here over the last couple of months. But this looks like a very, very nice bull trend. There's no debating that. Just pulling out some of my favorite indicators, Bollinger Band, it's just been cooling down because it closed February outside of upper Bollinger Band. It's just been cooling down here underneath this resistance over here. I do think that once we break over this resistance, we're talking about the high 20s, possibly even 30 on top of this big giant volume shelf over here. I do think that price can go up in a hurry. There's really not much resistance up here. This is kind of a little bit of all air. Now, can it hit some of the technicals that I do not yet foreseen? For example, maybe there's some Fibonacci level above that I need to pay attention to that could end up forming a volume shelf if it ends up breaking above. That's entirely possible, right? Palantir so far is kind of touching 0.5 over here, got rejected by it, and then next thing you know, it went to the next Fibonacci level, got supported by it, right? And right now it's just kind of somewhere in the middle. If it pushes above, it could hit 30 in a hurry, which is going to be around the top of this volume shelf. There's still going to be some resistance over here, and you might end up, finding some resistance. Could end up back testing, going down before going further. Possible. Do I think it's going to go up to 40 in a hurry? Like I said, it would 2 years ago. No, I mean, I don't think it's going to be absolutely insane if you end up getting a candle like this that breaks through 3 or 4 Fibonacci levels above to to get to my crazy price target from 2 years ago. For early 2024, I don't think it's going to happen, but you never say never. Yeah, Palantir earning is Monday, and there's a lot of activity. People have been buying calls and puts and all over the place, and yeah, and so far, fundamentally speaking, I think it's going to be a pretty good earnings based on everything that we're seeing, based on everything that we're hearing. The question is more what the street's reaction is. I mean, it even closed higher after hours. So yeah, I think we're hitting some resistance. Could earning end up pushing back up here to just 25, and then maybe eventually could stick some of that kind of work for these resistance up here to go further? Possibly, right? Could it pull a MicroStrategy and just kind of push all the way up to 30 or $36? I mean, entirely possible. I don't know. Can it go down to 15? Probably not. I probably not. But if it does do that, it would still be a higher low on a greater scheme of things. So I would still be buying, to be honest, right? Again, I already took a look at the Bollinger Band, Ichimoku Cloud. One reason why I think that we found pretty good footing is because during a bull market, it flips the tank in the blue line over here from resistance to support on the monthly chart. And right now, we just basically had this bull flag over here on low volume, declining volume, back testing and tanking. So I think we're getting ready to coil upwards is my best guess, right? Bullish crossover here a few months ago as tailwind. There's a potential it could go up higher. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. I think the below support band also is going to, is also going to be another very supportive thing here. It basically has been bounding below support band. It's doing exactly what the name is supposed to do. It also serves as a bear market resistance band, but right now it's a bull market, so it's serving as support band. Has been pushing price up higher as a result. So because of that, I think the price is probably going to end up going a lot higher. If you are an Elliott wave kind of person, which I'm not, I can see that this is setting up as something absolutely ridiculous, because basically I think this over here might be like, actually, no, I don't even want to do Elliott wave, but I think that there could be a potential where like wave 3 is, which is the longest and most powerful wave, could be coming. I'm just speculating here because I'm not an Elliott wave kind of cat. So yeah, the weekly Ichimoku cloud is not going to tell you too much. Is the super Ichi cloud going to tell me anything? Not really. It's just kind of in space above the cloud. It's looking pretty good. I always like to pull up the 2-week cloud now, because sometimes I see things that I did not expect to see. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that's really giving me too much important information here. The key thing, though, is that things are looking pretty bullish. And I also show you, I think you can draw a fork over here, and it looks like it's just been like a channel going up like this. I'm pretty positive, because selling volume over here is also declining too. Look at the weekly, So I think that Palantir is probably setting up for another move up. It's my best guess. Anything else I'm missing? No, I think I'm pretty good.